stream message. People joining in. Oh,
Yep.
looks like somebody's already there. Hold on, I got to update our stream info. Friday stream, there we go. Woo! I like it when they start off that way. Thank you, Nubby Earwiggles and Volsifar. And it looks like from before we had 2 people follow us overnight. Artisan and Titanfall. And, oh, that's the Volsifar one. Oh, and Maxine was just up here and she took the covers for Mojito, so he's quite visible. You guys happy with your location? Do you guys have a preferred corner you would rather be in? I'll swap corners if you want.
No one takes baby into a corner. Oh, wait.
I'm
Am I in this situation? Am I baby?
I'm pretty comfortable up here in the corner. Up here. I like being on top.
What? Oh, you can't. No.
Okay, I'll be on the bottom just for you, Star.
No, see, even worse. Like you're just making it worse. Like it was bad, and then it's worse. All right, well, welcome to our weekly live stream, which is off to a wonderfully terrible start. I am Darkstarr Long, and we have a great live stream in store for you. Let's do a quick set of self-intros. I am Darkstarr Long. I am the executive producer. I like to say that I keep the trains running on time. We've done 64 releases in a row, and we like to do weekly live streams. Of course, now with Mr. Atos here streaming all the time, we do streams all the time, every day almost.
24/7.
But then we do these sort of formalized live streams. Oh, it looks like the audio is doing the weird thing where our audio goes out into your speaker and then out to the rest of everybody, Chris.
Oh, you know what? I think I know. Yeah, that's probably true. Yep.
Can you fix that?
I'm working on it.
Okay.
We have some weirdness now. We discovered that both Sannio and I are now doing stream like we have other people. And if you use the same setup in Streamlabs, it shares setups between the different people in it. So I came in this morning, there's a bunch of weird settings on this stuff because Sannio, Keith adjusted all those things. So I've got to go figure out, hold on, I'll have to...
I tried to, maybe it didn't work right, but I tried to create my own stuff so as not to affect the original things, but...
Yeah, but you have to create, you can do that, but you need to create different named sources. The sources are what matter, and if you modify the sources, then it changes it for all the settings. You got to make some new ones. We'll figure it out. We just discovered that yesterday, so.
Okay.
So, I'm not sure if I should actually talk.
You can talk. Hear me. You guys can hear him, right?
I think that was what they were saying. Oh,
no, they can hear you. He's fine.
Yeah, he's fine.
Oh, okay. All right. So, let's do some quick intros, and then I will do the news. So I did my intro.
Oh, me next. I would say Star does not get the train there on time. He also frequently pushes the train there on time. My name is Chris Spears, Atos. In the game, I am officially the tech director, but just like everybody on the project, I do everything and wear lots and lots of hats. Speaking of hats I didn't wear, I just remembered I did not do the stand-up notes today. I was kind of semi-officially kind of supposed to be off because it's Good Friday and I had my daughter Maxine home with me today. But I will get those done here in a little bit. During the stream. Maybe not during the stream.
All right, my name is Keith Quinn. I go by Sannio on the forums. And the 2 big hats I wear are the Quest Guy and Level Designer Guy hats.
And I would just like to say that he inherited the Quest stuff and only fixes things and makes new quests that are completely bug-free.
I like to think so.
Fair enough?
We'll see.
I just didn't want them... there's a little bit of a reputation for our quest system being a little buggy, and I didn't want them thinking it was you who created all those bugs.
So I've made some bugs.
Nah.
Yeah, I can't say I haven't. I'm definitely fixing other people's bugs, but I'm also finding things that they did that are pretty clever, and I'm incorporating the good stuff into my practices.
All right, so back to me. So today we're doing our weekly live stream, and as always, we will be giving out prizes. And here's always my test: how many ways are there to be eligible to win prizes?
4.
Divide by 2. Square root of 4.
Yes, exactly.
There are 2 ways to be eligible to win prizes. You can purchase something from our store. That will make you eligible to win a prize from our web. If you purchase anything from our web store, crowns, or a service item, or an episode 2 stretch goal, for example, or no purchase necessary because that is the law. You can go inside our game chat and type our not so secret phrase that changes every release. This release, it is Dark Spring has sprung. Dark Spring has sprung is the secret phrase. You could type that into the game chat, and that will also make you eligible for prizes. We'll be giving out prizes at 4:15 and 4:45, and the prizes are an assortment of decorations this time, and a lot deed for those who will win. So stay tuned for those. Reminder, we've got a couple of interesting things going on. Crowns are still on sale for one more release until next Thursday, when they will go back to their regular price. So they're still on sale for 10%, and then they will go off of sale. So get them while they are hot. Darkstarr recurring items are still available, along with spring items, but those are going away on the 3rd of May. So get those before they go away for a little while. And this week, Release 65 went onto the QA server. So check it out, help us test, and get some cool, unique prizes. By the way, apology for the extreme delay on prizes. We thought those had been being delivered. They weren't. We just discovered that they were not. So we're catching up on that. But they will be delivered. So thank you for your patience. Our apologies for that delay on that. But there's all sorts of cool stuff going in Release 65, including some new features in the house decoration system, including the ability to scale some selected decorations, which is pretty darn cool, and the ability to flip some decorations 180 degrees. There's new wearables. The female peasants of Novia, those wearables are now available to players via some new rare random encounter merchants that Beezus and Sannio created. That, by the way, one is a rare tailor random encounter merchant. The other one is a sculptor random encounter merchant, and that sculptor one has some new statues. They're wooden versions of our creature statues and tabletop versions of the Greco-Roman statues. We're also introducing the Vault, which is periodically some rare and expired items will come back for a limited period of time for a premium price. They'll have an additional name appended to them, so it'll say Vault Edition, so you know it's not the original item. By the way, this won't include any pledge or Kickstarter items. It's just items from our store or bundle items, but no pledge items are part of this. We did some balance on pets. There were white and black young dragons that we had created a while back, but we never added to the game, so those are now in the game. We've made some improvements to the way wave battles work. When we created a bunch of the confections for spring, Scotty also created some unique visuals for the cupcakes that you get out of Lord British those limited edition Lord British birthday cakes. So we added those to the Lord British cakes. We updated a bunch of scenes, including Atos updated Deep Ravenswood. So maybe you can talk about that, Atos. What did you do for Deep Ravenswood?
Well, first, I have been training to be a good streamer for the last 3 weeks or so. So I need to thank Lancel Lancermain. I want to thank Sodawiz for the follow. Thank you, Lancel Lancermain, for the 100 bits. Thank you, Mandalar, for the bits. Thank you, Skaggy Media. iStar Strider, I see you tied yourself up with the Z for second place. And thank you, Famines, for the bits and for also being a great streamer. And thank you, Viper Mortal, for the bits. And now on Deep Ravenswood. So that was when I talked about it on stream. I had some players request, basically say that they were missing their days when they would go to Deep Ravenswood and have so much fun there, because it used to be, before there was a scene called Upper Tiers, there was Deep Ravenswood. That's where like all the cool kids would hang out. But it kind of lost its luster as people had kind of continued to level on. So I didn't want to do too much to it. I didn't go and do like a complete overhaul like I did with a couple of different dungeons I've been to, or scenes I've taken over. But I did go and I kind of played through it, and I did that on a stream too, if you guys were watching. And it just like the spawns were too few and too much distance between them. They didn't have any clusters. The respawn times are pretty long, so if there were multiple people in there, you had to run for a while to find things. The center area wasn't that great. So anyways, the spawn count in there has pretty much been doubled for stuff outside the middle area. For the middle area, there's a lot of problems with just how the spawns were scattered. They'd basically get lost in the rocks and you wouldn't get respawns on the skeletons. You really had to do a lot of running to fight and pull stuff up there. So those have been both spawned rate increased and also more clustered towards the middle, so they're kind of all visible from the center point. And then also I added a couple of rare higher tier spawns, and then a very rare mini-boss spawn there, who also has 2 different artifacts that they drop fairly often. Because they're a rare spawn, so I figured I'd make the artifact rate drop high when you kill them. So anyways, that's kind of the short version.
Cool. Awesome. And Sannio, you did some scene updates too to you and Solania and what, I can't remember all of them, but if you could give us a brief update on those scene updates that you made as well.
So with conversations in Norwich, I added some local conversations to some of the NPCs there. So now they kind of like know where they're from. They're not super generic. And while I was there, I decided to add in a quest. So if you go there and you end up talking to the Sigrun, the woman at the docks, she could lead you on a quest. And here's a secret. It's kind of a precursor to episode 2. It's not an episode 2 quest, but I want these NPCs to know eventually that the story is progressing. So this is before the story progresses there. Some things, they know something's happening. So anyway, I did that. Something that I finished today was in Solania Catacombs, the demon room is now a small wave battle. What was going on before was that the demon, you'd fight him, and then he wouldn't come back for like 10 minutes, and that's kind of boring. So we switched it to give some activity in between fighting demons. So you'll find some obsidian eye elf cultists there doing some sort of ritual, and then as you break them up and kill them, then you'll have like another wave, where it's probably several waves of skeletons. And then when they're concluded, then the demon comes up and you can fight him. And then, when that's done, the whole thing can start again. And what I did with that, I know some people, when we put in the key to unlock the door to get into that room, some people were kind of upset about how infrequent the key came up. So I turned up the frequency of the key to a little bit, especially because like the demon now is like controlling himself. If part of our goal, which it was to sort of like manage how often the demon was fought, the situation's a little bit better now, so it's softened up, and I think people will like the sort of experience that's in there.
And what time is it, Star?
It's mute time.
There we go.
'Cause we can't hear anything from Star. We've got some prizes to give out today. Start real quick with a fine oak furniture set goes to Sam Mas. A burled wood antique furniture set goes to Sambuca. Ornate wooden street lamp 6-pack goes to Holding Grass Plumber. Expert Crafting Station goes to Vipire Mortale. A wood and plaster 2-story with balcony village home goes to Avizak McLaughlin. And finally, a player-owned town village lot property deed goes to Tane Darkbane.
All right, thank you very much. And I also want to thank, as I continue doing my good streamer thing, thank you, Scooby-Doo, Lyriana Parson B, Mugly Wumple, and you, 235 Sentinel, for the bits. And thank you, Lady Killer, for the viewer.
One last thing I wanted to add, by the way, with that Norwich quest. Once you get partway through that quest, you'll actually pick up a daily quest from an NPC that you end up talking to and you to sort of help you manage your time and have some fun in that area of the world. That's it. Who's next?
Oh, I was just running around looking at stuff. Well, when are we starting to talk about what we're here for today? What stuff we're showing off? And Travis, are you here?
I'm here. I can't hear Star anymore.
I was muted there for a second.
Oh, there he is.
All right. So I was actually still going through 65. There's still more stuff.
Okay, keep going. Keep
so
going.
we got a bunch of R60, 61, and 62 live stream items. We did a bunch of performance stuff, bug fixes, and a bunch of other miscellaneous stuff. Again, it's on QA, so please jump on this weekend and help us test and report some bugs. That would be super helpful. Now, that's all the good stuff. The not so good, there were some things that we wanted to get done for 65, but as you saw with 64, there were a bunch of patches we needed to do with that related to our upgrade to the latest version of Unity and the fact that a couple of our engineers were out on vacation. So we did not get as much as we wanted to do on 65, but I mean, we're really focused on trying to make this a much cleaner build than 64, and you can help us make that happen by playing on 65 on QA this weekend. So please help us out with that. That would be great, especially testing some of those new decoration features like decoration scaling and flipping. We've already caught a few things with decoration scaling, things that we didn't necessarily want to have scale, like your NPCs and things like that. So that would be super
fun. Fun?
Yeah, super fun, but super helpful if you could help us test that. And just a reminder, this is the last week to earn the Release 64 stretch goals, the Dark Spring. We got the first 3, the Flower Hairpiece, the Dark Leaf Spear, and the Flower Bed. And we're working our way towards the next one, which is the Dark Thorn Wand and the Dark Thorn one-handed sword. So if you're interested in earning those stretch goals, which you can get by making a purchase from the store for as low as $10, or participating in our rewards program, which gets you crowns at a great exchange rate, plus all sorts of other stuff, that will get it for you. And Release 64 is what is currently live, and that's got all sorts of cool stuff, like our seasonal boss, Arts Lapin, who will be going away soon. So you want to fight him when you can, because he's got some new loot, including confection eggs and confection bunnies. We've got some spring equinox items, some new emotes, including /pet, new Viking dance that Sannio added, the Universal Trade Channel, player-owned town and guild messages of the day, some more pirate items, and also there's all sorts of cool stuff coming up in 2019. So you want to stick around. Things like crafting specialization, raids UI, grandmaster only effects, more pet balance. We did a first pass at 65.
Hold on.
Sorry, robocaller.
Yeah. Customizable NPC combos, mannequins, the ability to flag your robot as empty, more loot improvements, better boss fights, and then of course we've got episode 2 coming up with a quest and journal system revamp. treasure hunting with treasure maps, item affinity and reputation, taming expansions, and more expanded permission systems for containers and doors. So all sorts of really cool stuff. And now I think we can talk about the thing we want to show off. So we're having a player-owned town decoration contest. So Chris, do you want to talk a little bit about the contest? And that's what we're here to see, is some of the progress so far that people are doing.
Yeah, so the contest, this was one of those things, honestly, it came out of, I'm not sure if someone gave me the idea in a stream or if it just came from me in a stream thinking, like, gee, I sure wish we could have some, like, good and daily changing content that shows the game off great. And also, the other thing I know is players really want lots of more like GM type events and more hosted type stuff like this. So a couple of things came together and quickly threw this together, which is a dev town, where if you want in, you can join the contest there's still some spots left, I forget how many, but it's 100,000 gold or 1,000 crowns, or I've actually been letting people do 1,000 bits on here, and then you can come claim a lot. And if you're wondering why there's an entry fee for the contest, it's because if we didn't have an entry fee, it's not that we care about getting 100,000 gold from you. Trust me, I can make that stuff. But if we didn't have the entry fee, then there'd be 500 people in here and it'd be totally impossible to manage. So I had to try to guess a value that would kind of like keep enough people out so only the serious guys would come do it. And apparently I guessed pretty well. I think we're like 75-ish with 2 weeks to go in the tournament or in the contest. So, but anyways, the contest is just for the entry fee. I will assign you a lot, and actually I'm not assigning lots anymore. I'm leaving them open and then just evicting people who are jerks and haven't paid. But then you get to Deco. We're gonna have a vote at the end of 3 weeks, which will be May 4th. May the 4th be with you. It'll be easy to remember. From noon until 4, which I picked that time to maximize viewership for both EU and US, Canada. Sorry, Australia. I had to throw somebody under the bus, and I think you guys are going to be the ones that'll have the most awkward time getting there. But yeah, noon to 4 o'clock, and we will, on stream, go around and show off the houses. I have a little system set up where I can go and do quick teleports from house to house to house, and I'll be able to, let me give you an example here. Whoops. I can do a debug. I only have to type this once. And I will basically go from house to house to house to say, and here we have Artemis's house. And then I'll do kind of a quick or a slow fly through on it and show off the cool features. You know, it looks like he's chosen the what is this, like the Night Keep or something like, yeah, Night's Keep. He has not done a deco here yet. He will, of course, but again, some people are waiting until the last minute to do their deco to try and surprise people. But that's kind of what it'll be like. So I'll go from house to house, teleport to house, spend about 2 minutes on it, describing it, and then you guys on the stream vote. If you're wondering what you have to do to win, ask your neighbors next to you. I expect, because it'll be on a Saturday and it'll be a long stream and there's some pretty serious competition going on, that will probably have at least 200 people plus in there, and we will be doing on-stream voting. I have a bot set up that will take the votes for you, and then we'll basically give you a score, and I'm just going to be updating my spreadsheet with each person. At the end of the contest, at the end of the 4-hour stream, and actually it'll be about 3 hours in, 2.5 hours in, when we've done everybody, we'll go and we'll take the top 10 people, and we will go back to the people who have the top 10 scores and give those guys another longer, slower pass. And then from that, you guys will vote again, and we will crown a champion. So if you're wondering why some people are excited about it, well, some people just like to decorate. But other people are excited about it because the first place prize, which will be determined again by you, not by us devs, don't blame us. If you don't win, it's your neighbor's fault. But the first place prize is a player-owned town, an overworld player-owned town, not a nested player-owned town. We had to remove we chose to remove some player-owned towns because we'd rather have player-owned towns out there because they're far more meaningful to the players and well-managed than GM-run towns. But anyways, we're excited. I think a lot of people are excited about it. And again, this is not one of them, but there's a bunch of really well decorated houses already going up.
Yeah. So can we go around and look at some?
Yeah, I just had the list tell me to teleport to him. Let's see, teleport to player. Why isn't that working? All right, I'll have to do the other
You
teleport.
can go to Sannio. I'm right next to him.
Okay, there we go.
If that'll work. Sannio.
Teleport
Is he not at your friends list?
to player.
Is he not in your friends list? Because you could just right click him on your friends list.
Well, I can zone to him. I've got easy zone to him, but
There
if
you
I
go.
do the zone, it reloads. We need to make that so it checks before it sees if they're in the same scene with you. Again, that's only a dev thing. Oh, this is kind of cool. But again, people were asking, like, what should my theme be? And the theme is up to you guys. What do you think is going to win? What do you think is going to convince your fellow players that you've got the best design, best laid out, best, coolest house? We're not really going to tell you the criteria. We're just going to let that one be up to you guys. Now, there's going to be some that'll be dev decided. There's a chaos version. You have to have the most chaotic house.
I think Travis was saying what this one was. So what? Travis, what were you saying this one was?
At first, I found this just walking around before I talked to Nubby, who's here, and he decorated it. It looks like with the help of friends. I thought it was like the Great British Baking Show. If you guys have seen that, where they have like the competition in the outdoor tent.
Yeah, my daughter is obsessed with that show.
I love that show. And so that's why I thought it was at first. But talking to Nubby here, he says it's an ice cream shop, but we don't have ice cream, so it's pastries and cakes in a cake shop.
Aw.
I like it. It's like a little
It's
lounge.
good that it's night ice cream. It'll start melting out here in the open.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, very
And
cool.
big
And-
boxes.
You will have
We should
you
make
will have
items.
for cupcakes. You'll have 4 different cupcakes.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the cakes. Yeah, I see why you thought it was the Great Caking Show.
Oh, that's right. And we have that dyeable cake now, so he was able to dye it with that cycling dye. That's cool.
And I give it the slow fly through that I'll be doing for the actual streams. Here we have Nubby Earwiggles house. He has done a nice job decoing. Look. Looks like he's got some tables outside. Some nice ice blocks to keep you cold.
Yeah.
Nice green theme.
Sign says Pitmuck Ice Cream Shop.
Bonus, they allow pets in this shop. I hate the places that don't let you have pets in there. I need to practice my flying
Surprised
around
that pets
skill.
aren't eating the pastries off the tables.
Well,
They're
only
very
well-behaved
well
pets
looked.
are allowed in.
Bunny heads. And then everybody gets to vote. That's how it'll go. And also, worth pointing out that if you're in the top 10, if you're in the 10 finalists, where we go back and re-vote on them, if you guys want to, you can jump on Skype with me and explain your lot yourself. I know some of you are camera shy, but you're welcome to do that if you want to.
Sweet.
You got any? You got another one to go through? If not, I've got some coming up here.
They just walk
Although-
around. I didn't know if you were scouting locations or not.
I did not do any scouting. Do we need to let Undone talk at all? Does the robot need to speak?
No.
Oh, it's not 4:30. It's 4:45. Is the next one?
Or goodbye.
Oh, whoops. Have you got some more scouted out? If not, I can do
Next door is pretty cool.
this one.
We don't know which ones are finished yet, though. I mean, this looks pretty good next door, but we need to keep that in mind. I think some of these might not yet be.
Well, right.
Yeah, we're not voting today, so
The
Yeah.
title of the stream is preview, so
Yeah.
the assumption is there's no assumption that anything is
Sweet.
finished.
Yep.
Yeah, I know some of these guys are going to come back in because they'll soon have the ability to scale stuff, and they will come in and tweak everything.
Wow, look at this. This is cool. Like a weapons museum or something, or wow.
Yeah. Fishing rod.
It's like some kind of exclusive club or something.
Well, there were. Is this place with the roses at the front steps?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. I bet these chests are just here while he's decoing.
There's a lot of Arch Le Pen rabbit paintings.
Yeah, cool.
There's also
maybe it's a hunting lodge.
at the player's request, and also because I wanted to do it. There's also a special category for people who build their house or have their house and the entire lot decoed with completely free items. That means you either bought it from a merchant for gold, not from somebody's vendor, because that could have been a crown item, but you bought it from a merchant with gold, or you crafted it yourself, or somebody else crafted it for you, or you collected it from the world. So there's a free category. Because the other thing I want to do is see what sections we're missing. I think that'll expose some of the things, like here's a whole category of stuff we don't have that you can't do unless you buy it. And we want to make sure, and whenever possible, be as fair as we can to you guys on that stuff. Oh, lovely picture of Catherine Rose.
I like the new use of the dyeable eggs. People are starting to draw with those instead of cheese or tomatoes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, these guys, they look pretty nice at night, too. Yeah, I'd never seen this home before, the log home.
Yeah, the 2-story log home. There's actually 2 versions of that. There's this one, which is the purchased one, but then there's another one that you can get from a... Well, I don't want to spoil it. But there's another in-game version that you get from a... certain places, yeah.
Yeah, I had no idea this thing existed, and I came in here the other day, and then it was also on sale. And if you guys have watched my stream much, I try to give away things that are on sale that day, so that way if you don't win, you can go buy it if you want it. That's my
cool.
thought.
It's like a little school.
I like the lighting over here. Yeah, that's one of those things that may be tough, is... because, of course, I can make it so it's always daytime. Oh, not letting me in. Sneaky, sneaky. Wants to keep it a secret. I'll let him. And, of course, we have down here, I think this is Lazarus's. Oh, the one exception I'd told people they could make for the free version of the crafted version stuff, where you don't have any pay for stuff, is heraldry. That you could use heraldry, because I think it's important you be able to like put your own blazons up there and stuff. Oh wow, this is looking really nice inside.
He's got a ton of barrels.
I would live here.
You mentioned the sales before. I'm going to mention that the Heraldry Spirits Cask Eternal Pattern is on sale right now.
Uh-oh, planets are starting to line up. Look at that. Is there going to be some apocalyptic event during our show? Anybody? Anybody know?
Sure.
I'm sorry, what'd you ask? What that celestial event is called? No idea. What's his name? Blood Moon? Blood Moon would know.
Well, if you don't have any more, I'm going to come over here. I know there are some really nice ones showing up over here. You'll have to forgive the dev cheating mode that I do where I fly around, because when I do that, it doesn't actually load the decos until I actually teleport there. That's TARDIS again.
Yeah, up on top of the hill.
Again, there were some of our earliest people to join who have not claimed theirs because they have a lot set. Like, they haven't put a house down or anything. And I've asked about them, and all the ones I've asked so far have been, I'm not going to let them see it until I have to. So they don't want to let other people know what they're doing. But that is part of the fun, is seeing what other people are doing. See if you want to adjust yours. Oh, this is nice. Cousin Blackthorn.
What?
It's very nice.
Well, okay.
Except, yeah.
I would
Yeah.
move your camera. I would, yeah.
Yes. That's a little awkward.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
not.
Okay, moving on. We won't deal with that now.
Yeah.
Yes, we can deal with that later.
Yeah, I'm glad you lingered on that. That was.
I didn't really think there was a reason I need to come preview to make sure there wasn't something offensive on the stream.
Yeah. Yeah,
Well,
boots.
I saw a cool little tent or two that I really liked the decorations of. It was like a...
The really low tent that you can't walk into.
No, you could walk into this one.
Oh.
Here, let me see if I can find it again.
The one that was at the tavern, that big one in the back of the tavern, was pretty awesome. I haven't seen that before.
That might be the one I'm thinking of too.
Well, just imagine how much more is going to be possible when they can scale things a little bit, and they can like scale all these down a couple notches and fit a few more things in here.
Oh, I'm super excited. Getting rugs to go wall to wall is like a game within the game.
A little bit of suck up there to Lord British. Yeah, I hadn't seen these bunny ear things. Those are kind of weird. Kind of creepy. Oh, that's kind of cool, though. Look at that. People doing the slices together.
Oh,
Oh, that is cool.
good for us to
Seen
making
that.
sure that they all line up.
What's that? Oracle Eye Mirror? Oh, that's cool. I don't even think I've seen that. That's the other thing I've noticed is there's a lot of decos I haven't seen.
We have a
Oh, yeah, the
ton of
Oracle.
decos.
That's a good one.
Well, let's see. Who do they have in here? Oh, that's an elf skull. I thought they might have had some devs. Ooh, ornate chainsword.
Ooh, I like this house. A little garden going on. Oh, this is great.
Let's see if I can find you. Yeah, there you are. Here, I'm coming to you. Flying right through the mountain. Boom!
The one you're in looks good too.
Yeah, pretty much any of the ones where you can tell they've actually started look pretty fabulous. Yeah, and I like how there's two different things. Some people are taking a house and doing a massive deco job on it. And then some people are actually just decoing, with blocks and no house at all, just kind of building their own structures.
Yeah, this is great. I would spend time in this house. Love it.
White duck. Oh, there's the owner. Hey, Oakenhammer. Let's see. I think I've missed Merrick Dragon Invite Pure Mortal. Thank you very much to U235 Sentinel. Thank you very much. I forget where I stopped before. Parson Bar. I think Mugly Wumple. Thank you, all you guys.
I saw a question. Can we get working mirrors? There's a couple methods to make mirrors actually reflect, and both are super expensive in Unity. Until we can come up with a solution that, you couldn't just put 3 down next to each other and break the engine. Probably not for a while. You can either render a texture on the surface of the mirror that's like a camera looking out of the mirror, which is super expensive.
Yeah.
Or you could do like a reflection probe and it'd be kind of blurry, but not in the near future.
Yeah, both of what he just described. To do it well, it would be it's really costly. Yes, I know Duke Nukem did it back in 1995 or whatever, but it's still really costly to have it in there.
Look at Magic Mirror in the Unity store.
Look at
Okay.
Magic Mirror. So the fastest way to do reflection stuff is screen space, what they call screen space reflections, but that would not work for Mirror because pretty much the screen space reflection renders, reproject stuff into, reflection space, but it that wouldn't work for us.
Running around and checking out some of the other lots. There's one. It amuses me that it's mostly an empty lot, and there's like a decorated outhouse in the center.
Oh, somebody decorated this thing. Let's see.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's.
Yeah, you see it right there.
Invite Sannio to the party so I can see where he goes. Yeah, I've been over here checking these out. I didn't know we had this fabulous outhouse. This one's
Yeah,
like-
made it even
that's-
more fabulous. Look, there's music outside. You can just relax.
Yeah, this is one I've seen it around, but I wasn't sure if this was like his placeholder until he puts down his real stuff, or if that's what he's going for. I mean, again, you guys are trying to appeal to the other guys who are going to be on the stream, so maybe that will work.
Yeah, that outhouse is the water.org Make a Difference outhouse.
Oh, cool.
And
So it's for a
Liz is
good
going
cause.
to another house that caught my eye. There's a lot of floral arrangements in here, but it feels like it. I don't know if it's done, but it's close. I think there's a nice, relaxing home quality.
Yeah.
It's List will love the piano in the back of this windmill house. Always a fan of the music.
Oh, this is nice. Yeah, I like this one. We need more small pictures. I have a set. I don't think it made it on the store. There's a whole new set of small paintings. Because I know we have just like that little picture of a tree, and it's like the only small thing to put on a wall, and people just suck it up, put two next to each other. But yeah, there's a new set of like little paintings. They're in Crooked Shank if you want to, if you've seen them before.
Yeah. Those who don't, people don't know what Crooked Shank is. It's an adventure scene. Adventure scene. There's a town in it, and the people in the town potentially are friendly, but they'll defend themselves if they have to.
Yeah, I like this little cottage a lot.
And I think the one I'm in right now might be one of the like the entry into the free category.
Oh, this is nice.
Because I think everything in here that I'm seeing is like player crafted stuff.
Yeah, let's
Obviously the
findable,
trophies.
craftable. Oh, they got a whole set of the loot drop rusty stuff. That's cool. I haven't seen anybody like assemble that much all in one place very often.
It makes a nice use of space. You can clearly tell that this is the living area, and over here's the dining area, without having walls or anything to block the whole subdivide.
Yeah, this is cool.
Gonna go look and fix this texture. I think the texture on that outside's probably been scaled down something.
Yeah, it looks a
Something
little
fares
low.
in it. It looks a little blurry. I'll take care of that. Yeah, and of course we're only in one little section here. We've looked at about 5 so far. Oh, I can't get in. It locked me out.
Yeah, I'm respecting their wishes to not go in the ones.
Yeah.
That,
Yep, me too.
And to mention it to late-coming players, we're in the new
Ooh.
Mount Medir player-owned town that is governed by Atos, and it's southeast of Brittany. You can follow the road, and eventually you'll see the Mount Medir player-owned town setup.
a lot of these are locked, so we're not. If you locked them, we're not going in.
I've noticed that's another thing that's annoying me, is I keep getting stuck on this alligator when people put it on the floor.
Uh,
You don't know why.
Flatten that.
oh, he's stuck at the head. The head has
Urgh.
some collision, some height to it. He's tripping. I guess that would apply to maybe the bearskin rugs, some other things.
Question: Can you magic move a house there? I don't see. Like one
so I
that
actually
you
have
already
in
made?
I have in the rules because I knew
Oh.
what people would do was like wait until the last day, have nothing there, and then like 5 minutes before the tournament place their house down, which kind of
Yeah.
defeats some of the purpose of it. If you want to leave your house locked, you can do that, like a lot of these people have. But we're gonna have set a flag so that people won't be able to magic move here. I'll check
Is
that
your
in
answer
here
no?
shortly.
You gotta come decorate from scratch.
So, but that'll be, you can basically deco out of town right up until release. It'll probably be in patch 1 of the release that I'll turn off allowing people to move decos here. So that'll give everybody a full week to see what's going on. And let me jump over to the other side. There's a lot of distance between. I was really worried when we started this contest that this pot wouldn't have enough room for it, but it's actually got quite a bit of room.
So they will be able to magic move out of the town, though, if they like what they made,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah, and I don't think we know for sure how long we're going to leave the town up. That's one of those things. We'll probably leave it up until the next big event that we want to do in it. We'll figure out what that is. I'm sure Antrax wants me to run another Deco contest exactly like this, but with the town set to PvP instead. He hasn't told me that. I'm just guessing.
Prizes? Anyone?
Oh yeah, prizes! I have to go remove a tree.
So we've got a fine oak furniture set goes to Lithos. A burled wood antique furniture set goes to Steel Star. Ornate wood street lamp 6-pack goes to Gaithin Madruk. And expert crafting stations goes to Blue Twilight. Wooden plaster 2-story with balcony village home goes to Pavel. And finally, a player-owned town village lot property deed goes to Iceman.
Someone asked me to come to their lot. If you're in the contest and there's like a tree by your lot that's annoying you, I'll remove the trees for you since I'm a kind and just governor. But somebody just requested that I do it, and they weren't even in the town, so I just teleported out in case you guys are wondering why you're seeing a couple of load screens. Now I'll go look at some of the cooler. Oh, here's one cool one right here. This is, I can see this from my boat. I put a boat down there in the middle of the bay to make my home.
So that boat is yours?
The boat in the middle, yes. Again, I haven't seen so many of these decos before. I have no idea what that thing is. And thank you, GVAX, and thank you, John Marcus. GVAX for the sub, and John Marcus for the bits.
Oh, those are from the main quest.
Ah. Yeah, this is nice. This is the house. One of the things that came up on streams, I forget who, probably Rufus was the one telling me this, that he loves the house, but it has one major flaw, which there's no back door. There's no way to get to the back of the thing. And it's so big that it blocks, like if you put a fence up around it, you can't get by because it fills the whole lot side to side. So it leaves you with this dead space at the back that you can't get to. Because there's no doors at the back. You have to like leave your lot to get out and get to it. But really love the house other than that. And I already made a Jira in case you guys are wondering. To add one in. Oh, and I didn't even go upstairs. Again, though, that's another thing I've noticed that I was kind of surprised. I guess I shouldn't be. You guys are...
Ooh, that's cool.
You guys are so good at all the deco stuff, but like people are actually doing things like, hey, they're really paying attention to like the color scheme and the planning of that.
Yeah, that's great.
And
Yeah, a lot of special lighting colors.
I was gonna say, let me set game time. Look, they even get a blue thing in the sky behind them. How about that? Yeah, blue, blue, blue. Lots and lots of blue. Blue roses. Blue, blue. Hey, blue eggs. Blue globe. We have a lot of blue things in the game, apparently.
Yeah, like the autism awareness. That's not the name of the program, but the puzzle lamps are really cool.
Yeah, let's see. Who can I see there? Oh, I can't quite see my ship. Oh, I want to zoom in and see what's going on my ship.
Maybe they're giving you a little bit of privacy.
Oh, even a blue painting.
Maybe you could spy on other people's decorations and get some ideas.
Now, let's see. I think I went over there. Yeah, I think there were some nice ones coming in over here as well. Again, this town, there's lots just scattered all over the place. Wherever I could find room. And let's see, are they locked? No, they're letting us in. Mailbox, oh, the bamboos. Yeah, this is so good. I mean, like, even for this, again, like, you think about this looking at the... Oh, they chose Asian themed house. And they have, like, nice Asian themed stuff all around. I mean, even those statues feel a little Asian themed. Bamboo outside. You even come inside, and then it's like, okay, that totally feels Asian theme. Like, Asian, like the dragons are a big thing. Again, just a great job, and that feels like an Asian bar. Just a great job with keeping with themes, and yeah, I'm thinking this is going to be a pretty competitive tournament.
Yeah, I have a hard time picking my favorites. I like a lot of them.
Meow.
If you go upstairs in the house, Chris is pretty cool upstairs too.
Yeah, now we're in the trophy room there. Yeah. Yeah, this is the one I was in earlier where I said, little suck up to Lord British. I just didn't talk about the theme on it, so I came back. Meow. Let's see, who else do we have around here that's already done some decoing? Here's one, and again, there's a lot of people who've started, but like I've been into a number of them where the only decos they have is they have like 20 chests lined up, and I just know they're like getting all their decos ready and
I've seen that in a few spots. The room full of chests.
There's the alligator bump. There's the alligator bump.
People using the smaller version of that log house that we were looking at before. Star mentioned that was the smaller one. So there's at least two in here. There's one lot that there's no building, and there's just like a bunch of tables and chairs and couches all lined up. And I wonder how they're going to be arranged. Will there be a building later on? Will there be additional decorations and keep everything outside?
All turned around. Oh, there's like tons of stuff down here. We haven't been down here. Yeah, so like I said, I think the contest is going to be pretty competitive in terms of creativity and what people are doing. Yeah, like here's one that's just a greenhouse. Freshly watered plants.
Some people are whispering me to come check theirs out. We're going to do this again for the voting, so you'll get to see all these. This was just kind of a sneak peek.
Yeah.
Preview.
I just wanted to
and some
show
of them
the
are
progress.
locked. Like, I know a couple of the ones people are like, go check their house out, it's great. If they locked it, I think we're assuming that they don't want people looking until it's done, which I totally understand.
So one that it wasn't locked, but he had, or she had, blockers in front of the doors, so you couldn't walk in normally.
Yeah, again, just the nice color schemes and themes and lots of good stuff here.
There's a lot here that's just, I don't know, 40 windmills. What's going on with that? But
Alternate energy.
yeah.
Anyways, all very cool.
Did we go in here? I think we did go in here. Oh yeah, you want to teleport to me again? This is pretty cool. I don't know. I think you may have gone in here already. But... I think they're still going. They got a bunch of chests up, but... They got a D&D game set up on the table. That's cool.
Oh, awesome. I'm at a house right now that is Travis. It's
this guy's the game master. That's awesome.
Yeah, again,
check out the sheets on the table. It's like their character set. Their character sets.
record sheet.
The papers.
Yeah. Oh, this is so creative. Yeah,
This is totally the DM back here.
Dungeon Masters. That's awesome.
He's got a
Shielding his dice rolls or whatever. That's cool.
I'd play D&D in this house. Invite me over.
Oh, I ordered in a long time ago and they just got here. I don't even play anymore. Tabletop like Warhammer or whatever, but they sell these scented candles for tabletop gaming. So you can have like a urban sea wharf smell during your session, or like, you know, forest like pine trees and what do you call it?
That's awesome.
Wherever your setting is, you can light a candle and add the
this
smell-o-vision.
This house is setting the bar pretty high here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and I didn't think this obsidian home would be a good choice for it because it doesn't really have any big spaces. But like they did it great and like have they got a unique little theme for each one of the floors, which is kind of its own space.
Well, that's kind of the trick, right? I mean, a smaller space is you don't have to use as much stuff to decorate, right? That's the give and take. Bigger spaces require a lot more decos to fill up.
What's her name? Maria Kondo? Is it Kondo?
Oh yeah.
I see people make much like more inviting spaces with less stuff sometimes than, you know.
Yeah. Good job so far, engineer.
All right, so we are approaching the end of the stream, and like Travis said, we are going to do this, of course, when we do the voting. And I know that Atos regularly visits here during his live stream, so we'll probably see this again. I just want to make a comment about there was something pretty offensive we saw very early in the stream. We take that very seriously. That is not something we allow in our game. We take gestures of things that are racist very, 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 very seriously. So that is not something we find acceptable in our game. So if you see something like that, please report it to us. Again, we take that very, very seriously. And we apologize to our players that was something that happened in the game. That is the kind of thing that, though, when you have user-generated content, unfortunately things like that happen. We have this acronym that we talk about jokingly, TTP, which is time to penis, which is how quickly people will take user-generated content and make a out of it. So that unfortunately also means that people will do bad things. Like in this case, it was something quite obviously racist. So we are very, very sorry about that. We take it very seriously. So our deepest apologies for that. And we are investigating it currently. So sorry about that.
Yeah, and sorry I wasn't quicker to recognize what I was looking at and paying attention. I was kind of absorbed in the whole deco and the themes and trying to figure, oh, look, this guy's trying to power the whole map. Yeah. What Star said.
Yeah. So, sorry to end on that kind of bummer note, but thank you, community, because fortunately that stuff is pretty rare in the game. So you guys are an amazing community, and that almost never happens in our game. So thankfully. So, but wow, yeah, look at that wind farm. That's pretty insane. So,
I was just laughing at the name of his NPC there. I've been playing with the sound down just because I don't like it coming over the mic and into you guys. You guys complain you can't hear us.
Please change windmill
Please change windmill sound.
yeah.
He doesn't care if he wins. He just wants it dealt with.
Yeah. It's making a
Well,
statement.
when we have customizable NPC conversations, what his conversation will be like. We'll have a whole conversation about that. Thank you for the bits, Volsapar.
Oh yeah, we're behind on a few people there. I'll thank them here in just a minute. I was trying to hear the windmill sound.
Well, I found a cool candy shop. We'll have to look at it next time we stream. This is neat.
Yeah. Oh, it probably sounds like this, the power generator. It probably goes zzz, zzz,
Oh yeah, it does.
Yeah.
So when you guys were in that D&D house, you didn't go upstairs, did you?
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went upstairs.
And you didn't really care about the worried test subject woman who was in the makeshift prison cell?
I thought that was awesome.
She needs to be free.
All right. Well, thank you very much, community. Thank you for joining us for the live stream. Again, subscribe to our Twitch channel. You'll be notified whenever we're online, and you'll see our streams. We'll see you next time we're online. And a reminder, please jump on the test server, or our QA server. Release 65 is testing right now. We got some cool new decoration features, including scaling and 180 swapping that we could use testing on, along with some scene changes and other wave battle changes and all sorts of cool stuff that we could use help testing on before it goes live next Thursday.
Test.
So please join us on QA. And if not on QA, join us in 65 when it goes live next week. We're playing on 64 right now. So
Thanks for all the subs and the biddies and the follows. Appreciate them. We don't get to all of them all the time, but we appreciate them.
Majori, you haven't followed us until now? Shame. But yeah, thank you, Volsper, for the 500 bits. Mandalar, Viper Mortal, John Marcus. Thank you. And
Is it still too late to
sub.
enter this? A couple people are asking.
And Merrick Dragon. No, you can still enter. I will probably cut off entries. At this point, I think anybody who is really hot to get in there has already got their spot, so I'll probably just cut off entries when we run out of lots, which I think we've got about 15 spaces free, maybe 20 spaces free. And I think I can put down some more if we get up. We can probably get another maybe total of 30 people in there, because you can see this field I'm in right now is actually an empty field with no lots placed in. So we can get some more in there. So yeah, definitely come sign up. Again, all you have to do is send Atos 100,000 gold or 1,000 bits, and then come over here and pick a lot. I have all the lots I've placed, tracked carefully in a spreadsheet where I can debug teleport to them, so I'm keeping up with those and trying to make sure teleport to the ones that I thought were empty fairly often, and check to make sure that they're still empty, or that there's somebody in them, and then I add them to the list if they're legit, and evict them if they're not.
Majoria wants to remind you that this is her new account, not her.
Oh, that's right.
Been following us for a long time.
All right, yeah. I know, that's right. She said she got locked out of her
So
Twitch
shame
account.
on you for shaming her, Chris.
Fine.
Shame.
I'm sorry, Majori. What was I thinking?
Reverse shame.
Shameception. Man, this barn is cool. I just found a barn. I've never seen somebody like turn it into a living space. This is awesome. Yeah, good job, guys. There's a lot of cool stuff going on.
Yeah.
The barn,
Yeah.
yeah.
Very cool. All right, are we saying our goodbyes?
We are. Goodbye.
So
Hey,
long,
thanks.
farewell. Guys, again, thank you so much for the stream stuff there. We gave away our final prizes, I think, so you guys are all going to ditch and leave here soon since we gave away the last prizes. But again, thank you.
Should we raid?
Yeah, we got to pick our raid, so if you're a streamer, you got like 30 seconds to get your stream up and going. But again, thank you guys so much. Feel free to watch if you just joined. Feel free to watch during the week. My talks are kind of boring because I'm on like 10 hours a week. But if you've watched like yesterday on the stream, the day before, every single day I'm fixing bugs on stream that you guys are calling out in the stream. Yesterday was actually great because you guys started talking about it, saying, fix the sideways bug, fix the sideways bug. By the way, I'm stalling so you guys have time to get your stream up if you want to be rated. And I was like, one and only, and I tried to fix the sideways bug, but we couldn't even reproduce it. And then somebody noticed that all the people who were saying we had to fix it were female. So it turns out that sideways bug was a female-only bug, and it was only because we had my stream and you guys got together and talked about it publicly that we were able to track down the missing ingredient, because we were totally missing it. But again, thank you guys so much, and join my streams if you want to, and we got to pick who we're going to raid. Do we have a candidate? Star, you want to pick it? I can do it.
Sure. Let me look.
Let's see, we did Mobile Nerd Games yesterday. I did Alpha Fish Stick about 5 days ago. I don't think we've done Engineer Dream lately. I kind of know who we've
That sounds
rated
great.
better. Let me see. Yeah, let's do Engineer Dream. I think he's one of the houses we just looked at. That's he's the house that came out and was like, wow, this house is great. Whose is this?
Yeah.
I think that was Engineer. So yeah, you get a raid, dude. And I've been also, if you guys haven't paid attention, I've been on the streams that get rated. You get, if you're actually doing something interesting, you'll get like 30 follows or more out of it. Somebody yesterday, the Mobile Nerd Games, I think, had never received a bit, and people were throwing bits on them, and 30 follows, and they were just like practically in tears. They were so happy about it, saying, "This is why I stream. This is the greatest thing." Let's see. Engineer Dream, if I can spell it right. Yes, I did. All right, guys. Again, thank you so much. We got a few seconds here before we can rate, but see you during the week streams, and see you next Friday. When's our? I guess next Thursday is release, so we'll have probably 2 Fridays from now is the big stream.
Yes, the 65 live stream is scheduled for, I believe, I can give you an exact date.
We may cut out for them. We'll see.
The 3rd.
The 3rd. Okay, so that'll be the day before the big contest. We'll make sure and pimp the big contest. You guys can be on the stream May the 4th. Be with you. But again, let's go raid. Guys, thanks so much.
Okay. All right, looks like we're